there. What I saw, what I did. Hello, Misty. You crazy bitch. It's been a while.
Yellowjackets Season 4 will be the final season in the series. I know. I was so surprised as well. I was editing a video right now, which is another review for a horror movie that comes out, well, it just came out yesterday. And I just saw the news float up on my feed and I was like, what? Because we always heard 5 seasons. We were going to be getting 5 seasons, but no, indeed, the 4th season will be the final season. It should come out sometime next year, apparently. I think they're getting ready to do this new season, and it was a shock to me. But you know, if you've been a fan here on the channel or subscribed to me, you know that we are huge fans. We cover each episode weekly. We cover the ending and all of that, and then make theories about what comes next in the coming episodes. So we did that this year with season 3 as well, and I was even at South by Southwest covering some episodes because I just couldn't miss out on it. So really love talking to everybody and just getting everybody's theories and reading what you guys say. I read every single comment. Even if I don't reply to it sometimes, I do read every comment. So it's always fun when a new series comes on and we're able to discuss and talk about it. So let's read what they said about this being the final season. So it says, after 3 incredible seasons and great consideration, we're excited to announce that we will be bringing the story of Yellowjackets to its twisted conclusion in this 4th and final season. This came from showrunner and executive producers Ashley Lyle and Bart Nickerson in a statement that they shared on social media. We've always known there would come a point when the story would tell us it wanted to end. It's our belief that our job, our responsibility, is to listen. Telling this emotional, wild, and deeply human story has been a profoundly meaningful experience and a true honor for us, and we're so grateful to the brilliant cast, crew, and writers who have bravely gone on the journey with us to bring it to life. Most of all, we want to thank the fans who have stuck with us through every moment, mystery, and meal. The Hive is nothing without you. We can't wait to share the final chapter with you and hope you find it delicious. So I thought that this was an interesting take right here. For the longest, I did say I felt like the story was sort of reaching its end and I just couldn't see it go past a season 4, especially with the way that season 3 ends. But I'm not getting into spoilers of why I felt like that, just in case you've never watched the other seasons. I do implore you to watch them if you enjoy TV shows that really take a twisty, zany type of vibe with dark horror and comedy. It's a really interesting mix here that I think they do very well. Some seasons, some people might think are better than the others. I think they're all good. Honestly, there hasn't been a season where I felt it was lackluster. I do think sometimes it takes a bit to get going, but once it gets going, it goes pretty good. So this is going to be the final season, and I was surprised because the previous season, apparently they saw a 19% growth last year in people that were watching the show and getting into it. I've been seeing a ton more edits as well, so I was very surprised still to learn that it was the final season, that season 4 was going to be, even though I did think that there wasn't much more for them to do where they had put themselves with the final episode of the last season. I still felt like maybe they were going to try and do some different things. Now, my idea here is that what if this is indeed the final season, right? Season 4, and maybe potentially down the line, they would do a movie as well, especially with the growth and popularity. Now, I don't know exactly how many people would venture out to watch the movie if they do it in theaters, but they could possibly just do a streaming movie of sorts, as well as sort of a bow tie of sorts for the completion of the story. I think that Yellowjackets is a show that definitely is destined to get a cult following in the future. I think this is going to be something people revisit, that maybe they're just like, wait, I didn't watch that show when it came out. Now I'm going to watch it like 10 years later. So this show has potential, honestly. It is a very fun and interesting show. And I think the magnitude and the story they're trying to tell is so grand, unlike what we've seen them do during this time of TV when this show came out, because it came out during times when you just didn't know where TV and movies and all that were going, and it dared to be something different and bold. So honestly, I'm excited to see whatever they do with Yellowjackets. It is a bittersweet moment. It's bittersweet because it's something that we've been watching for some time now, and these characters are so great. I think everybody involved here, all of the actresses, are amazing, and they've gone on to do some other things as well beyond Yellowjackets, and it's always great to see them and be like, well, I remember seeing them in Yellowjackets, right? So it's great to see that in that aspect. I think also for them to just bring the story to a conclusion, let the characters and the story just go out with grace. The show is going out at its peak, And I think that's the best thing for any show to do. We've seen some great shows do the same, like Breaking Bad. And, you know, it's always great when it goes out at its peak, because then it's not like, oh, good thing, when was that going to end, right? There's some shows that go on and on and on. And, you know, power to them if they can keep doing that. It ultimately leaves people behind and thinking like, wait, did I just waste all that time watching this for just it to continue and continue and continue? I think it's always good to have conclusions and to have ends on a high note. So that's what Yellowjackets is doing. We'll talk theories though about what we could possibly see. Stay tuned for that video on Monday. And I'm very excited to really get into Yellowjackets again with all of you here. So as always, hit that subscribe and hit that notification bell. We are on the road to 50,000 subscribers. Don't miss out on any of our talks that we do on movies, TV shows, video games, pop culture, all that good stuff. I'll see all of you next time. Make sure you follow us too on our social medias, whether that's TikTok, Instagram, or also our letterbox you can find somewhere here or on the screen at the end or down below in the description. But let me know your thoughts and your opinions on Yellowjackets ending with season 4. Is this something you were thinking was going to happen? Did some people thought it just got straight up canceled at one point because it was never being announced? But of course, that would not be the thing. I'm excited to see where the story ends up going, and I'm very, very curious as how they're going to just wrap this whole thing up. Is it going to be a solid wrap up, you think? Or do you think we're going to get some little questions left lingering and they potentially save it for a movie like I think? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, please comment below which is your favorite season so far. I know a lot of people really love the more realistic and sort of like, is it really supernatural or not vibes that season 1 gave us. Others really liked how season 2 was a bit more on the supernatural side. And a lot of people, including myself, do like the zaniness of season 3 as well as the darker turn that it took, because that season truly was a very different one. They've all given us different tones throughout, and I know a lot of people can get whiplash from that, which is a thing that I totally understand, but I still think that every single season served exactly its purpose. So I'm very curious as to how they want to end it off with what tone, because I think season 3 ends in a very dark tone. So season 4 potentially could be one of the most morbid ones to date, but knowing the creators, the writers, and the people in this show, I think we're going to be pleasantly surprised with what they give us. But let me know, which one was your favorite season and what do you hope to see in season 4 down below. As always, I'll see all of you next time. Stay safe, stay positive.
Died. And then the rest of us starved and scavenged and prayed until they finally found us.